Hello, good morning. This is Coycoy Dayao. Welcome to Real Talks. It's Friday, 7:55 in the morning, September 29th. My buntag, it's early morning here in America. And as early as, say, 6 o'clock, I receive a lot of messages actually coming from our friends and our co-bloggers regarding the unmasking of the admin of this, the Yellow Pages, Silent No More, Madam Claudia, I am Pinoy Vlog. So, actually, it's kudos to TP and Sash for opening the Pandora's box. And these people were actually, this guy were actually unmasked. But I won't really deal with him because in the first place, I don't know him that much. And it was not me na nakadiscover. And I really believe it was him, considering that the HTML, the owner of the Google ID, the AdSense sa affiliate code sa Google, pinirahan niya yung mga vlog kasi ganito yan. Yung Google AdSense, if you have some page or blog, pwede mo ipa-register. Tapos if you register that, if there's ads coming, you gain money from that. So pinirahan niya yung Pinoy Ako Vlog, yung Silent No More, yung Madam Claudia. And he really cannot dispute this, considering that his registered domain and name as the admin contact was there. It was the same Google Publisher ID. Sa Silent No More, Pinoy Ako Vlog, Backroom Politics, Change Scamming, Thinking Millennials PH, we support Bam Aquino. So how can you dispute that? That means only one person is handling those vlogs. Siya lahat ang maniobra, siya lahat ang nag-admin, siya lahat ang everything. He's captain of the ship and in all of those. Even if he gonna deny na he was just has clients and he's a reseller of those domains or so, you cannot discount the possibility, because what type of coincidence is that? Like 6, 7, 8 blogs without identity, without face. The Google ID was with him. The publisher ID is with him. That means siya talaga. Kahit anong pang sabihin mo na magsabi ka na I am just a reseller and negosyante ka, ganito, ganyan. No. Imposible. Kung coincidence lang kung dalawa, isa na vlog, say I am Pinoy Vlog or Silent No More, pero anim or 8, that means na siya talaga. I mean, siya ang maniobra lahat or siya ang IT expert nila. So he has connection on those. So what is our take on this? Kasi I don't know the person. I know he was really a yellow guy. Kaibigan nga siya noon daw ni Sir Edwin Hamura. And what do you call this one? Ang sa akin lang ha, I don't dwell with him. I will let Sash and TP dwell with him. I will go back to Miss Pia Ranada. Remember last July, we had a debate at the ASEAN Summit, and we argue regarding the definition on the trolls. My definition of the trolls come from the Oxford Dictionary, that it's from the 19th century na murag no identity ghost na nakakatakot ang mukha, na inciting violence. It was derived from there, trolls. So these trolls are people who manages Facebook, fanning anger and emotion, but they don't have no identity. They are unknown. And Silent No More, Madam Claudia, I am Pinoy Vlog, siya wala siyang identity, walang mukha. And babalikan ko si Miss Pia Ranada. Rappler, Pia Ranada, Raisa Robles. You stood on your, Pia, you stood on your definition of trolls, that it does not follow that no identity. Anybody could be trolls. Sabi mo, may mukha ang trolls as long as it will fan emotion and fan anger. Now, babalikan kita sa insinuation nyo. Sabi nyo, DDS vloggers are trolls. Sino ngayon ang trolls? Kasi as per definition sa trolls, no identity, nakakatakot maggawa-gawa ng kwento, nakakatakot mag-fan ng emotion. So, sino ngayon ang proponent ng fake news na walang mukha? Diba siya? Now, you told me before that when I asked you, Pia Ranada, are you a paid hack of the yellow? You said, no, I am not. You said you are an investigative journalist, and you told me you cannot accuse me of being a paid hack of the yellow because at the time of Aquino, you also criticized him on issues that you need to criticize him because you're an investigative journalist. You said you are fair. Granting without accepting that I really believe you that you are fair. I call you out right now. In spirit of your fairness, join us in this inquiry. Call out Coycoy Dayao. Try to write an article on him. Join us in this inquiry to ferret out the truth. Sige nga, ipakita mo nga kung totoo talagang you are fair. Kasi sabi mo, you are not only one-sided, you are also criticizing Aquino at his time when he was the president. And I really never seen that. And right now, ito, join us, sige. Show your investigative skills as a journalist that you are good on that to ferret the truth. Sige nga. This is my challenge. Show it to me that you are an investigative journalist. That was your defense on me before, that you are not a paid hack. Because at the time of Aquino, you also criticized him on some of his loopholes. Now this time, I will ask you, join us in this inquiry. Try to criticize Tukoy Dayao. Try to let him speak. Dig on the issue, investigate, being an investigative journalist. So I would know that you are indeed fair to both sides, not just against us. Tingnan nga natin, kasi babalikan kita nung pagdebate natin, kasi yun ang sinabi mo eh. So Ms. Pia Ranada, if you are there listening, my page is open. We can still discuss on a higher level. Join us. Step up on my challenge to inquire on this and to investigate Tukoy Dayao. Kung siya ba talaga, with all the facts and the evidences presented by Sash and TP, para makita natin kung tunay ba kayong investigative journalist at hindi ba kayo one-sided. Kasi I believe if the Tukoy Dayao is the side of the DDS, number one na kayo inquirer Rappler, nagsalita na ngayon. Pero ngayon, hilom pa kayo sa tanang mga namatay, hilom pa sa tirana, right? So, exhibit your mettle that you are fair and you are investigative journalist. Tingnan nga natin. I will send email to you after the blog. We are friends at Facebook because she added me and I added her. And I believe she is following my blog also every now and then. So, this is my challenge. Step up on the plate. Inquire on this person to ferret the truth. Sige nga, magkaalaman na talaga if you are fair and if you are not biased against the DDS bloggers. I would say this unmasking of this person invalidates the claim of the mainstream media, the Rappler, and the Inquirer that the DDS bloggers are the trolls na walang mukha, na fanning anger and emotion. That's why my profile, if you saw my profile, I said I am a DDS blogger, and it is far, as you can tell, I am far from being a troll, right? Kasi all of us may mga mukha. Sila, ilan yun ha? Ilan yun? 8. Silent No More, Madam Claudia, I Am Pinoy Vlog, Millennials PH, yung supporting Bam Aquino, Change Coming. Isang tao lang pala, walang mukha. Ngayon, how would you dispute that? Even if you said that you are just a reseller of domain, negosyo mo yan, then how come it is coincidence that 7 or 8 pages that were no identity were connected to your Google Publisher ID? and even your domain. Don't tell me yung 8 magka-coincidence yun. Posible naman. Kung isa lang, I would say that's a coincidence or statistically insignificant. But having all those accounts na walang mukha na connected sa domain mo, ikaw yun. Ikaw yun. You really cannot say that, wag nyo kaming gawing bubo. Critical analysis. Okay? So, I don't know the guy and I cannot speak against him. I will let Sash and TP do it. Sa akin dito ako sa Rappler at Raisa Lobles at kay Pia Ranada. Sige nga, I will message you after the blog and I will ask you to investigate and ferret the truth in that. And I could tell if you are espousing investigative journalism and if you are fair to both sides, not only against the DDS, but also onto the other side. Diyan natin makitang katag. Right? Hello, Ate Mary Ann Laksamana, Manny Tomas, Mr. Oscar Palacios. Yeah. I will let TP and Sash take charge of that guy and Tony Cruz. I will take charge of the rapper and Pia Ranada. Now, we will go back to that. I will gonna go to the topic 3 and last na yung topic 2 kasi hindi connected. Ang topic 3 is connected. So, why? Let us try to in retrospect. Let us try to move back. Why is it that there is a seeming dispute? There is a seeming what went wrong? It seems like there is a rivalry of the mainstream media in the Philippines and the DDS or the citizens media. What do you think were the cause? What went wrong? When did it started? Huh? And I will give my perspective. Any idea sa inyo kung bakit ganito na lang kagalit ang mainstream media sa mga citizens media or sa mga DDS na para bang araw-araw na lang inaano na mga trolls, mga parang they thought that nakaminus ba? Ano sa ganina? They belittle us. Something like that. What seems to be the problem nila? Isa lang ang makikita ko. Kasi, the citizens media or the social media bloggers should complement the mainstream media. Like what I said before, this is the disruptive innovation in journalism. And you have to embrace it because anywhere you go, Europe, US, any part in Asia, there are social media bloggers, there are citizens journalists, and it should complement the mainstream media. It should not cause a disagreement or it should not cause a seeming rivalry. But what happened to the Philippine media? Because, based on my perspective, they were not ready to admit and they were not ready to face that there is this disruptive innovation in journalism. Hindi nila kayang na sino to sila, wala itong training. Makikita ko kung ano talaga ang dahilan. Insecurity. Why? Being in traditional media, it's a business. Imagine the more people who engage to your newspaper, to your radio, to your TV, the more advertisers will gonna advertise. That will translate to millions of pesos. That's money, right? Now, with the advent of the social media bloggers, the journalists, there will be lesser and lesser advertisers going to them. Imagine in a TV, in a newspaper, one whole page of the newspaper. Before, when I was in the Philippines, it's like 100,000 pesos. On a Sunday, it's like 500,000. With the advent of the social media, do you think there would be still a lot of advertisers will go to them? No. If it won't eat a chunk of the pie, it decreases the revenues. So what's the problem? It all boils down into money. It's all about money. Because these big firms, big news entities, through advertisement, through marketing, they gain revenues. And Mind you, we are not talking pesos, thousands. These are millions annually. Millions, to the point every 30 seconds is 2 million, 5 million. This is a lot of money. That is why ganyan na lang sila kagalit sa mga social media. Because as per research of Nielsen ABG last year, although they are still the trusted form of content news delivery, people in the Philippines, 70% prefer to check the social media to gather the news firsthand. But the trust on the validity still with them. So if you are to going to analyze the statistics, the social media people are the preferred choice of the news acceptance of the citizen. So with it, if I am a company owner, an advertiser, why should I bet my millions to them when in fact they are the secondary source of news already, of content? I might as well go to the social media, pour money to the internet, and advertise there. It is more effective because there were more viewers, people are engaged there. I mean, you know, it doesn't make sense if they will still pour millions and millions of pesos on TV, radio, and newspaper ad, right? See, that is the cause of discontent. And one thing, because of that, they are trying to insinuate that these people in the social media have no credentials, no proper training, no background, no ethics in journalism. They are not journalists. Yes, you are right. We are not journalists. But mind you, we are professionals than you. We have double scholastic certificate than you. And we are not claiming that we are journalists. Thus, our blogging, our content news delivery, we are not claiming that we are the facts. We are not claiming that we have the monopoly of the truthfulness. Because in my blog alone, this is an opinion-based. And opinion can be right or wrong. There is no clear path if it's correct or if it's wrong. This is the perspective of the blogger. And it is for you guys, the people, to accept our perspective, right? But mind you, at my blog, I always validate source of information. I always pull out statistics. I always compare, But I did not claim that this is the truth or the factual, because this is opinion based. It's up for you guys to judge and to get that to give your trust to me. Ganun lang yan eh. And one thing. The mainstream media people, they're under the jurist of their company. ABS, Rappler. If you are an article writer, you have to make sure what you wrote is not against the policy of your company. Otherwise, mawalan ka ng trabaho. Maraming mga chismosong mga journalists dyan na pwedeng ilagay nila. And one thing, i-forward nila ang agenda nila. Because sila ang nagpapasahod, siyempre. Oh, do you think ABS-CBN, magpapasulat yan sila ng mga pro-Marcoses na alam nila na at their time, during the martial law, they were sequestered? Of course not. They will gonna write anything bad against the Marcos and write anything good for the Aquinos because they were the ones who give them back the media conglomeration. Utang na loob. Death of gratitude. See? Where is fairness in journalism right now? Wala na. So that alone, the credibility is not there. Compare it to us. Ako? I can speak anything. Even I am a Duterte supporter. I speak against the LTFRB because I believe they were ill-informed on regarding their punishment on the Uber. I spoke about even the House of Representatives. This is the beauty of Duterte democracy. There is no authoritarian rule because I am free to speak on mga kaalyado that not doing their job as I thought. We are not under any remuneration or any juris from anybody, right? So, where is more credible? Sila na hinawakan ang liig or kami na free-flowing information critical thinking, appraisal, perspective. See? Kasi we can do the blog anytime na we have vacant time. And this, modesty aside, this is not our field to bring food on our table. Kasi may mga trabaho kami. Puro yan na lang sa iba, right? Pero sila, wag mong pasulatin isang araw yan. Wag mo yang paanuhin, pa-newscast. Minus na ilang sweldo. Diba? So of course, they will toe the line kung ano yung sasabihin sa kumpanya nila. Kami, wala akong amo. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Yun ang diferensya. And so with the other DDS bloggers. So they cannot really say that the trolls are fanning anger, fanning emotion, fanning, they were being sent to defend Duterte. Who sent? I am not under from anybody to speak my independent mind. Nobody can dictate me what to say, what to do, and what to proclaim. And their assumption was, if you're a DDS blogger, you were being employed, or you are being sent through the government to be the mouthpiece. Hell no, that's an insult to my intellect na gagawing mouthpiece. Sarili ko to. Sariling loob-loob ko to. That's the difference. Sila, do you think if a writer or a broadcast journalist will speak good of the Marcoses and the good things of the martial law, do you think he won't be removed from ABS-CBN? Of course. They were gonna do it kasi that was against their policy. Unwritten, it may be. Right? Saan ka nakakita ng taga-ABS-CBN na all praises sa mga kalaban sa mga Aquino? Di ba wala? O saan ka nakakita na nagsabing maganda ang idinulot ng martial law? Di ba wala? Hanggang ngayon, 40 years, 45 years ago or so, 42 years, ganun pa rin. Panay sirang plaka, paulit-ulit. Who is fanning emotion and anger? Sila. Because they are always repeating that part of the history. When in fact, to be effective in each of our life and for a society to improve, to progress, let us not focus on the past. It will give us frustrations. Let us not focus on the future. You will be anxious. Live by the present. They forget that because they always dwell on the past to fan emotion, anger, deception, and lies. That is a true definition of trolls. Na walang muka. It's so happy na sila taga-news entity may muka. Pero sino ngayon ang trolls? Right? Ito, platform natin. Did I fan emotion? Did I fan anger? Did I fan violence? Did I fan deception and lies? Of course not. So, it's for you to judge who were credible, who has the credibility, and who can speak well on the facts. I am not claiming I have the monopoly of facts because we have different mindset, but at least our platform really is an alternative of their lies and deception. And nobody can claim that pakana yan sa gobyerno kasi hindi kami pakana. Independent-minded tayo. Ako pa. Imposible. So one thing, Pierre Nada, I will send you a message after this to plead you or urge you or pray at your good office to exhibit your investigative journalism skills. Show it to me as you told me that you are not a paid hack by the yellow because at the time of Aquino you criticized Noy Noy. And I try to really dig at the Rappler's database. I haven't found any. This is your chance to prove your words to me. Join us in this inquiry. Interview Coycoy Dayao. Show your investigative journalism skills. And I would believe, if you have the article and you ferret the truth on this matter, that you are fair, that you're indeed an investigative journalist, that you are not biased. Antayin ko in 3 days. See? I had a chance to speak with her, Pia Ranada, when at the Asian Summit, and I won't say there were no emotions involved or so, because her voice raised, but we cannot agree on the definition of the trolls, and I cannot really agree on her own definition of trolls. And so with that, I told her, you know what, we're matured enough. We cannot raise our voices here. We are professional enough. Let's agree to disagree. Kasi kahit magbuntagay pa og debate, we really cannot meet halfway on that. So with it, we agree. And then after that one, I mean, at least I'm able to ask her if indeed, are you afraid of the yellow? You know, very, very blunt, very straight. But at first she was like caught off guard, and but she was not offended because binalik ko yung masulat nila na, where did you get the survey that the Duterte bloggers were paid of those 10 millions, when in fact not even a cent we received? Where did you get that information? Sabi niya, not all of the DDS bloggers daw. Sabi niya. I said, I take offense in that, kasi not even a cent that I received, there being none. So there was no truth on that matter. And sabi niya na hindi daw lahat. So naghingi siya ng pasensya. Sabi ko, I'm glad to hear that, kasi I am not included on it at hindi yung totoo. Pero nung nag-define kami ng trolls, kasi I said I take offense on the word trolls. I am beyond that. Doon na kami nagkadebate. Pero we cannot agree. So I said we can agree to disagree. We parted ways in good. Pero ngayon, this is my challenge to her. I hope she'll step up on the plate. Mr. Oscar Palacios, Mr. Mark Pulintan, Ms. Mary Ann Laksamana, Rosie Perez Iscara, Erlyn Esteban, Daisy Mimi, Eden Yap. Okay? DDS UK. Hello, mga ka-DDS. These people are helping the Filipino-British community in London. Nandyan sina Tita Christy Pala, si Ate Marina Magpali, si Kuya Romel Abiliar, si Mr. Ronnie San Lorenzo, mag-asawa. And I received from somebody, not from them, from somebody na itong si Mr. Jean Alcantara. Actually, background here, Mr. Jean Alcantara is a correspondent of ABS-CBN, Europe Bureau correspondent. So in other words, he's a media personality. He's a journalist, right? He also is a consultant. As per LinkedIn profile, he's a consultant at Alcantara Consultancy Services, Immigration Consultancy Services. February 2012 up to present, in 12 years, he worked as ABS-CBN Europe correspondent. So he's a media entity. However, his name was implicated on the Lini leaks. Remember, yung instigation of having rally left and right against China, against the president, and nag-epekto against EJK na po. Then the Lini leaks that it leaked, his name was there. Isa siya sa recipient na pinadalhan ni Ted Laguata na taga dito sa San Francisco na mag-start ng marali, the Filipino diaspora, So, he posted something at Facebook, which was picked up by other bloggers. I know this last week, pero sabi ko, I have to wait for more info. Sabi niya, FYI, the pro-Democrat rallies discussed what to do about your DDS supporters, whether they should report them now or to whom office. Some voices of reason said no, as it might destroy the livelihood of Filipinos back home. However, if the DDS continue to support crimes against humanity, then they will be left with no options. What does it mean? He was threatening, according sa kanya, na ang mga pro-dems daw, kung ang mga DDS na mga UK, na mga undocumented, kung magpadayon supporting President Duterte, supporting the crimes against humanity, allegedly, sa mga AGK, they will be left with no option but to report to the authorities in the UK, ang mga TNT. So this is my thing. His posting is, I'll take it in two ways. First perspective is, he is giving a warning to the pro-Duterte undocumented people, supporters, that if you are continually supporting President Duterte, i-report mo, or the pro-dem rally, the home, their side will gonna report sa mga walay papel. Murag he is threatening, sige, padayon mo, i-report mo. And not putting the ethics that as a media personality, as a correspondent of ABS-CBN, even if by heart you are a yellow, you have to delineate your role as a media man, as a media personnel, and being an activist on the yellows. You have to have an ethics. Kasi, where is your professionalism? Ibang mukha mo, you are reporting news for ABS-CBN. Pero ang news, eventually na ma-report mo, ang mga na-report na Pilipino. At sinong nagpa-report? Ang paano? Kayo lang. So, anong klaseng Pilipino ka? Anong klaseng media journalist ka? At anong klaseng kababayan? I mean, that doesn't sound good. I mean, gibarugan yun ang club mentality ba? And I know that there were 11 undocumented already who were reported. I don't know who reported. They went home in the Philippines. Dreams were shattered. Families were broken. They went home. So, my advice to the DDS UK, katong walang papel, laylo muna kayo. Try to find a way to have legality. Kasi mahirap talaga. And you can still support the president silently. Kasi you will be a target of demolition by somebody who don't have a heart. So Sir Jean Alcantara, I call out to you. If I were you, choose being a full-time journalist or choose to be a full-time yellow zombie. Resign at ABS-CBN. What integrity do you have when in fact you act as a journalist and then you sided at anti-DDS? You have a face in front of the TV to report and then you're against that group. Remove that bias. Wala talagang delikadesa. Remove that. Kasi it doesn't sound good. If hindi mo ma-give up yung pagkayelo mo, resign sa ABS-CBN. Or kung gusto mong magkapera sa ABS-CBN, huwag kang maging bias. Get out of that group. This is just unsolicited advice. Matanda ka na. Matanda ka pa sa akin. So, I mean, we want to clear things out. I mean, I'm not accusing you, but this is the posting that you had. So what does it mean? It means two-way. You are threatening them or you are giving them caution na to be on the safer side. Or you are threatening them, sige, pro-DDS kayo. Tama ba yun? Ikaw pa ang nagdot sa Pilipino. Ganyan ang mga yellow because of their vested interest. So tayo DDS, be an icon of real change. start from the house, within the community, and of course to the government. Hello, Ate Marian, Evelyn Batak, Rosie Perez Escaron sa Hong Kong, Daisy Mimi sa Japan, Jinkai Gargar, hello. Jennifer Rimando, hello ninyo tanan. And it's 8:30, I have to go to work at 10. So I have to prepare. Okay, it's Friday here. Thank you very much. And there is a survey review at my blog. If you can give me 5/5, then I would gladly accept it. Salamat. And if you thought that I have areas to improve at my blogging, you can make a comment. You can put a lower score so I would know what are my weaknesses, and I have to improve my delivery for the improvement of my craft and for you all. Okay, so daghang salamat. And from India, AV, Susana, Gloria Mayo, hello. Rafi Liana, hello. Hana Muhammad, Justin Buhi, hello. So again, thank you for tuning in. Ate Christy Pala, Ate Marina, hello, and Kuya Romel, and Mr. Roni, San Lorenzo. Maria Cristina, hello, Ate, kasaman ko na nurse ito. Text me, ate, kumusta? Maria Luisa Mihim Galindez, hello, Ate Selimir, sina DDS Melbourne, DDS Adelaide, sina Ate Liz. Liza Malaluan Cordero, Rufina Duaso, Leticia Taguchi, hello. So, maraming salamat. Yusek Edu Arieta, Ma'am Gemma Soto, they're on the way to London with Attorney Bruce, hello. And Attorney Bench, Ma'am Jenny Salcedo, and of course, Mr. Mark Punlitan, hello, sir. Miss Ivy, hello. Tama, Mr. Mark Punlitan. Robert Castro, Mr. Dr. Robert Avila, my classmate in college. He's in Illinois right now. Chin Casilan Ignacio, Glenda Perez Ferrer from Florida. Ruth Kaminsky, Daisy Medina Lazaga from Dubai. Siniville Nupra, hello. Yes, again, the success of President Duterte is the success of the Filipino people. Supporting him is supporting the Republic. Let us be an icon of real change in our minds and thoughts, in our words, and of course in our action, right? Joy Xavier Pacursa, daghang salamat kaninyong tanan. Hello to my families, relatives, and friends in Ronda, Cebu, and of course here in Fairfield, California. And mga barkada nato. And to all of you, God bless us and happy Friday. Thank you for tuning in at Real Talks. This is Kellogg's Dayag, ang inyong lingkod. And please stay tuned within the day. I will gonna do like the 1 word 2 minute, something we can get of value. And of course, later on, I will gonna talk about strategies to answer questions in an interview. Evidence-based behavioral questions utilized by Google, by Yahoo, by Facebook, by Kaiser, by Sutter, to help improve the engagement of the Filipinos. I mean, in looking for a job, whatever job you wanna, apply. Rufina Duason, Taiko Nining Jordan Ipildis, Jonas Arcano, salamat ninyo. God bless us all. Bye-bye. Ate Marian Manay Tomas, hello. Daisy Mimi, hello. Shonafi Papasin, hello. Christita Kerbo, hello. Bye-bye. Robert Avila, bye.